Welcome back to my channel. We are starting with the wonderful Girls of Many Land dolls. Maybe one day I'll get a glass case for them. They're beautiful enough that I feel like they deserve it. They're currently standing on top of my bookshelf, and I've been hanging onto these plastic bags. I don't know if you're this kind of person, but I am this kind of person where, like, I might have a use for it. It's a really bad trait that I inherited from my father. But I found a use for these bags when I was organizing socks. It's like, man, these socks are getting like all mixed up, so I think I'm gonna use these to sort of wrangle my sock collection. Before I get too far into this Sunday doll room update video, here is my 4 Points haul sale. So I got the newer things. So I got the Orangey Glad It's Summer romper, which I'm very excited about. I got 2 Simply Navy. These are the 2 items that I'm like, I'm going to kick myself if they sell out. But I'm actually I'm going to be good this time and actually hold out and hope the rest goes on sale. Probably not the pink jacket, but everything else I could live with, I think would be great. But these 2, especially this little blue dress, or white dress with the blue flowers, I'm like, I have to have that. Nikki's skateboarding outfit. And then I got 2 Janie and Jack repeats, so I already have these. I have reviews on my channel if you want to see them. But I wanted them more than other things that were on the list. Isn't that kind of sad? But, actually, what's really sad is when I got the box, I'm like, this little teeny tiny box is $150 is ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous, but free shipping for $150, so that's good, right? And 4 times the points, so hopefully when the rewards pool in a couple of days, I'll have the chance to go to my local store. So from my June rewards and for my Triple Points Earth Day set and my 4 Points for this end of June set, I'm hoping I have enough to really put a dent towards a new doll. So we'll see. Okay, Sunday update. Really, this is to sort of hold me accountable when summer is a little more relaxed for me finally, and getting things done in the doll room and updating you to keep me accountable, because that's what I need. I did get Molly and Emily out of their Christmas clothes. I got Julie and Ivy out of their Christmas clothes, and I got Courtney out of her Christmas clothes. So I think that's progress. Pretty much everything else you see in these boxes has not changed. I did put Claudie in her box. This is kind of where I want her to be. And I'm very happy with everything here. Now that I've made a lot of changes in the other side boxes, I'm very happy with my decisions here. So my biggest rambling from the last time was about Felicity's box. And so that's this one here. And I've noticed it's got storage in it. That's because after all was said and done, no dolls needed a 4-foot box. So I'm like, well, let me use it for storage. And so this is great for me. It means I have room to grow. And that I can put a modern doll in here, modern setup for a little while if I want to. I've got space. Hopefully more historical girls come out and I have space. And that's good. That means I've got space now. And I don't have to go with these crazy big IKEA PAX plans just yet. I have time. And that means if I have time, I can budget. And budgeting really helps. It really helps in the long run. So I'm going to back up real quick so you can see the full splendor. This is a very subtle change. So I'm going to pause the video and see if you can see the change. Okay, so that was a picture, hopefully with video editing powers, of what these 2 upper boxes were when I actually removed everything out of them. Rebecca needed a 4-foot box, and Samantha was doing fine in the 4-foot box, but I had this crazy idea that, okay, kind of the pattern was, if there are 2 dolls, there should be 2 boxes. A big exception with that is Marie Grace and Cecile, because they got such a tiny collection in the long run. But for now, they have the one box. But I was like, okay, well, 2 dolls, 2 boxes. Let me see what that would look like for Samantha and Nellie, because I do have a much larger collection. I have a small piece of it. So right now, they're taking a nap, because this was traumatic for them, apparently. And they're still in their Christmas clothes. That's okay. I haven't really done anything with this space yet, because I'm not happy with this box here. This box has always been the thorn in my side, if you will, of this whole setup. So all of these wooden boxes, I think I mentioned this in an earlier video. These boxes, 2 feet tall, went 4 high, so they were 8 feet tall. Like, I had to have a ladder to get to the top row. And so this was a doll house, like a massive one, so it slanted off to be like a doll house. And so Kit's over here, that made sense, and it's a 4-foot box. Everything fits perfectly. Honestly, I've changed the design a couple times in and out, but I love it. This one was intended to be a sun patio, which Samantha's furniture works great for, but I always end up like having furniture stick up out of it, and it just okay. So the current plan, my father helped me build this, and if I can convince him to help me again, and hopefully we can reuse the base and this wall, but I'd love to just make it a 3-foot closed box. One, it would make this inside look a lot better. I wouldn't have to worry about the jutting out furniture, and I'd get an extra 2 feet of upper space, which would be awesome to have. And so speaking of uppers, I have Mary Ellen and I have Nanea up top. They've been roommates before. They actually at one point in time shared this little tiny space. So as much as, you know, I hate that they're roommates again, it's like they can actually have their own. I don't have to incorporate the 40s and the 50s together anymore, which it is not as hard as it sounds. So I do have Mary Ellen's Bakery. My favorite piece of furniture American Girl has made in recent times. It was down here crowding out Josefina, but now Josefina has her space in her outdoor area so she can cook. So yeah, I'm just very happy with this. I'm also really happy. So here's where Kit was, her like living stuff. And I put it down here, and I haven't finished rearranging it to how I want it, but so far I'm very pleased with it. I love having the extra space, and it sort of like feels kind of like a home, and that's really great. So yeah, I'm just really happy with this and her setup, and yeah, I'm really happy. So that leads the question, okay, what happened with Felicity and Elizabeth? And I did give them double boxes. So on the other side here, we have Kirsten and Addie. They're not moving. They're happy there. So, but I'm really am happy with what I did. So, yes, one box goes exclusively to their beds, just because that's how immense their beds are. This is Elizabeth's side table accessories, but I don't have the side table. I've always wanted the side table, so now I can actively look for it and have a spot for it. It'll fit perfectly in between the 2 beds, and it's excessive, but that's just what the Colonial Collection is. Speaking of excessive, it's just excessive. That's what it is. Huge table, writing chair. I'd love to get another writing chair maybe one day. Yeah. And yes, while some people are thinking about Halloween, I am not. I actually got this. I got 2 of these. One I do actually use for Halloween, but when they were like $5 at Target, is that where I got this from? Yeah, $5 from Target. That's what it says on the back. A couple years ago, I doubt we'd see anything like this again, but I saw it and I'm like, I'm gonna get a second one, because I always wanted a fireplace for the Colonial Girls, and I could spray paint this white, do a brick pattern if I wanted to, research what fireplaces looked like in colonial times, and I think that'd be a good addition, like in the back of the room, maybe, to be determined. We'll see. Again, the collection is pretty excessive, so I might, in reality, not have space for that, and that's okay. That means I can spray paint it white and move it somewhere else, or have 2 separate Halloween fireplaces. I don't know. Other than that, pretty much nothing really happened in the modern world. I did move all of them down there, and if you don't like doll restoration stuff, please look away now. But AG Takes Over made her her wig video I think I watched it yesterday, the day before, and she's like, oh yeah, you can just pull on the wig and it'll come off most of the time, except sometimes you need heat. And I'm like, well, this dolly here was gifted to me from someone who no longer wanted her. I had to put her in something. She couldn't just be out there. So she's in this bright pink outfit that matches her bright pink hair. And yeah, I successfully de-wigged a doll, and I'm kind of like, oops, that sounds so bad. I promise it's not as bad as it sounds. Yeah, I de-wigged a doll. Thank you, AG Takes Over. So I knew this one was a re-wig because this is obviously not an AG standard wig. They've never produced anything like this. So I've heard that some customizers, like when they do glue, they like heavily glue it down. So I was kind of nervous, but I'm like, let me just see if I can get it started. That will get me more confident to do it. And yeah, sure enough, I did it. And I'm trying to keep it for the most part on her now. One for the health of the wig. Oh, so I get it back on. There you go. For the... She fell and the wig fell off. It's okay. We're gonna put her down here with the rest of them. There you go. Okay. Wow. I was gonna do it for the health of the wig, but there we go. There we go. That looks creepier. Okay, sorry about that. I'm still new at this. Maybe next week's video will be some of my doll restoration tips. Yeah, because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be able to accomplish this week. I absolutely need to cover modern stuff. Like, I love the setup I have in the back. It's just all the extra accessories. They're overwhelming me, and I've got to figure out what I'm doing with them. My latest thought was, well, maybe I should just do seasonal boxes. Like, I have a Halloween box, and it has lots of room so I can continue to grow. So this is my Halloween box. So like, do I do a box for each season? Like a box for Halloween? I'm going to need like 2 boxes for Christmas, but that's just because Christmas trees are big. So that's sort of what I'm leaning towards. These are like the little boxes. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But I'd love to give my modern girls their space back. Because their number keeps growing. Oh my goodness, their number keeps growing. And maybe one more by the end of July. We'll see. So, that's everybody for now. We ended with Kit last time. Caroline doesn't get a whole lot of attention on this channel because her collection is no longer, and I mean, her setup is pretty much the same. I moved it from one house to the other and it's been the same. So there you go. We'll end on the beautiful Caroline. Again, thank you so much for your comments and your suggestions. I really appreciate your comments when you're like, oh, it's, you know, it's a great work in progress. It'll continue to grow and change. And it's so true. If you ever decide to do, I mean, even just one display shelf cabinet, it's a lot of work. And, you know, it's, you know, if you ever do try to do it, I mean, more power to you. I really love this hobby, and I'm glad I just have this new medium to share it with you. So thanks for watching. Again, any other ideas, I will gladly take them into consideration. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.